Did I miss anything?
No,
No,
we haven't even started yet
Not-
because
yeah, no,
we had our discussion about the map and whatnot.
Ah, nice. So
Yeah,
this
so
is
you good to start recording, Rutram, or you already started?
I have been recording, yes.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So go ahead.
so
Bertram.
pass where we're gonna start the scene.
We live yet?
Well, we gotta do
We
the
haven't
recap first.
we haven't done the recap yet, honey. Relax.
Yeah.
Ah.
Still have to do that.
I thought you had to do that.
No, we said we hadn't done anything yet because we fell into a discussion about the map, hon.
And
Oh,
also,
wow.
you weren't here yet, so. Oh yeah, I just noticed that now.
Damn it! Sometimes I'm texting, writing too fast for my own good.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Wait, whoever also made this map might, not be a professional cartographer, So misspelling might, be a part of the lore.
Yes. The gods made a spelling error.
Justify your miss.
That's how we're working it now. Okay, brilliant.
the gods make a spelling error.
map either way. We don't have a language yet.
Well, we do have language, we just don't have writing.
Yeah.
We don't have a written language yet, so in that sense, there wouldn't be names anyway.
Anyway, you can start with
Anyway,
the recap.
yeah,
Rutram.
go ahead.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. I have it in front of me. Why am I scrolling for it? All right. Last time, session 72. We've been here for quite some time. As the last beams of light fade from Urla's valley, Igor and the fire spirit arrive at the temple in the heart of the boneyard. He calls out to the keeper and informs him of the situation. The keeper sighs and calms him down. Waylar has always been a warmonger, and his battle could be the greatest send-off he could ever hope for. Awas doubts he intends to bring harm to the clans unless they strike first, prioritizing to raise more bodies of the ancient tribes, but to make sure Awas will raise his own people and march to meet him. What? Oh, yes. Igor also informs him that he's still bound to Tengri and is become his next vessel. They converse some more about what Igor has been told by the Skyfather, but eventually the Keeper tells him to go to sleep. Meanwhile, at the Deer Tribe, Beacon toils away at the forge and talks with Uka about the goings-on in the camp, such as talk of relocating to accommodate their increasing numbers. He attempts to probe his hazy memory on any knowledge about forging hematite, but only succeeds in getting a headache. Instead, he forges a new type of spearhead from Tene, but then starts experimenting with mixing Tene and copper together. He gets an epiphany of the right mixing quantities and creates a brownish material that is much tougher than copper. He names it bronze, and discusses its use with Uka. Avis continues to ponder his situation into the sphere of darkness. When she decides to pray for answers, she's unable to reach her mother, so she takes a gamble. She prays to Tengri for the first time. He answers her with reassurance that Uthla just wants to keep her safe, and she wouldn't be able to do anything anyways. It would be like an ant fighting a human. There's one thing she can do to help, though. Channel her love and faith for her mother and send it her way. Avis then asks Tengri what it takes to become a god. There are two ways: defeating an existing god, or taking up the mantle of an ungoverned domain. But he also clarifies she is not even close to strong enough currently. One could quicken the process by consuming souls, but there would be severe consequences. They would become a monstrosity, banished to the Nightmare Realm for eternity. Tengri then offers Avis another way to get stronger. By releasing the limits on her body and empowering it further with his own, but he would have her owe him one favor in the future. She reluctantly accepts and reaches out to a hand made of sand materializing before her. Energy courses around her in a small whirlwind as Tengri pulls her magic core from her body and begins charging it with violent lightning. The core shatters, but then grows larger than before and is placed back into her. Avis then begins to chant to Ufa and raises her hands. From her core, a concentrated beam of green and blue energy shoots it off into the sky. The moons begin to glow strongly, and suddenly, the asteroid belt of the fourth moon's pieces begin to shift. At the same time, Lena goes to Spirus and apologizes for causing the death of his daughter. Spirus reveals that what happened afterwards and that she has nothing to feel guilty about. Lena then asks about what's been happening since they got back before him, and asks who would be the best healer of the tribe so she can get fixed up quickly. Spirus begins leading her to Magna when they spot the moons rapidly moving to an eclipse and someone empowering them. There's such a bright light they can't tell who, but they can hear it's probably Avis. Suddenly, the asteroid belt begins to shift and coalesce into a bigger mass. The fourth moon is restored. The world is bathed in an aurora borealis as the beam stops and Avis falls unconscious. Lena meets with Magna, and she examines her. Magna lays her down on the ground, puts a strap of leather in her mouth, and begins the painful process of inserting a burning object into her back. Just before she passes out from pain, the procedure stops, and Magna raises her back to her feet. Though still wobbly, she can walk normally again. Magna returns her attention to Rial's sunburns, and they talk a bit more about the unconscious woman they retrieved from the crater. Lena returns to Avis, who has been picked up by Spirus, and brings her to her sleeping skin in Eager's family tent. The party sleeps for the night, and the next morning Eager is awoken by one of the skeleton priests and presented with food and drink. As he slept, a small tent was built around him. He then sees the fourth moon and the risen of the boneyard gathering to go back to his comrades. The keeper casts a spell on him that allows him to travel at incredible speeds, and Eager blasts off towards the mountain lion tribe, arriving a mere 10 minutes later.
I think you skipped over a sentence.
Did I skip over a sentence? I don't think I did. Arriving a mere... She quickly makes his way
you
to
did.
Asati, who is... Where?
Since he then sees the fourth moon, you skipped over a bunch.
So he then sees the fourth moon and risen of the boneyard gathering, every last bone to be erased again by the keeper. Ah! Oh well. Where was I? He quickly makes his way to Asati, who is in the middle of getting dressed. After recovering from being startled, she saunters up to him seductively and passionately kisses him, sending her servants away so they can have some intimacy. Vriath works with Nala to create a new way to apply herbal healing substance. Pulverize it and mix it with water to create a healing liquid. They set apart some clay pots with the liquid to test how long their effects will last. And now we're here. Session
Nice.
73.
Okay,
Yes.
fast. I got a couple of things.
Yes.
One, while I was talking with Nala and her mother, I would have mentioned what I said to Poison Tooth, so they, because I spoke to him and then he left, and I don't want them thinking that that was my fault, so I will tell them why he left to go and speak to the Elder Dragon.
The dying dragon, you mean?
Yeah. The dying Elder Dragon. What was the other thing? 2, can I describe how the potion looked that I made? Or do you want to do that?
Well, can I get the honor, or do you wish to do it yourself?
I have an idea, but it's up to you if you want to do it that way or not. If you want to do your
Well,
own thing.
sure, I'll let you have this one then.
Okay, so it'll be like a clear liquid because it's water. But you know, what is it? The snow globes. How if you shake them, it's got like all the glitter and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it would, because it's like the poultice is in it, so it'd be like all like flaky bits,
Like particles.
but they'd be like glowing like a light green after the spell's been infused with it. But they're like they don't sink to the bottom. They're consistently like just floating around in it, but like with a faint glow to them.
But I have a question here. Wouldn't the coloring also mix out into the water itself, so it wouldn't be clear?
Well, okay, so it would be like a greeny, like clear but like a faint green.
Tint to it.
Yeah. Like still fairly clear, but it's got that tint, like green sunglasses sort of thing.
Mm. Maybe also
And
a few flower and or herbal bits also floating around in it.
but they would have like that glow to them, like they go hard, it goes heavy, and then it kind of fades out, and then it comes back, sort of thing, like continuously.
Oh, like it like flares up for a bit and
Yeah.
just like dims down and then flares
Yeah,
up a
yeah.
little bit again. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. We need someone
From
to
the
draw
magic.
that.
Yeah, we
Mm.
need an artist on that stat.
Mm. And the last thing, have the pups been born yet?
You haven't really checked.
No, but would Nala have mentioned it to me?
She would. She would have mentioned that yes, the pups have been born. They're all healthy. There were a
Okay.
close call with one that looked like that it was dead born, but it was just because it was too tired.
Mm. And
Because it
how
was the
many?
last one in the litter.
How many are there?
7 pups total.
Okay.
3 and 4 pups each.
All right. Sweet. We can continue now. I was just like,
Right.
oh, all these things that I should have asked before, like that would have been happening while I was there. I forgot about, so we'll just get them all
That's
out of the way.
fair enough. Better we cover that up before we, ask mid-session about it, and rather
Yeah.
in the beginning than mid-session, just like, hey, sorry to interrupt, but I have like a list of questions I want to
I've got
ask.
a bunch of shit that I should have done.
The start of the session is usually the time you voice all the things you've thought of in between sessions.
Yeah. So we're good to go now. Unless anyone else has anything.
I'm good.
I also
Okay.
need to get a picture of Ashati, but I would need to talk with Void about that because she already did comply. Oh,
She hadn't made an original draft already.
yeah. It's hard, but I'll figure something out.
So, guess we ready to game?
Yes.
Who's up first?
Well, I kind of did my thing last week when I made the potion, because that was like the first thing in the morning. So it's up to you guys now.
Are you going to store them anywhere particularly?
Well, I did one and it worked. So then we've done a new one and sealed it, and I'm just leaving it in the tent and gonna test it the next day to see if it
Still
it can last that
contains
long.
its property.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not like particularly putting it in the water to keep it cool. You just
Not
leaving
yet.
it out in the tin.
We're just doing this first and then maybe do that later, but this is the
Right.
first thing.
Okay.
Well, let's see here. How many players do we have? We have 5. I'll roll a d6 to see who we start with. 1. Eager.
I figured.
Also, we have
One-
5 players
one
here today,
fate
not
black
6.
scene later.
Yeah, but I rolled a d6 with the 6 being a reroll.
Alright.
Unless you wanted me to be in focus.
Yes, let's go watch the DM in this world.
Aren't you always on focus?
Let's spy. Let's spy on one of the gods and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or just have one of the NPCs approach one of the characters. I mean,
Yeah, could be that.
Fuck,
Or
why
it just
are
be-
you asleep? It's middle of the day.
We just have like the whole session about an NPC and how they go through their life.
So, I guess Iger?
Yes,
I guess
Iger.
eager.
Eager. You are disrupted from resting after your passionate break, so to speak. And
So much for being in a hurry.
I see. I assume that I assume I've run out of the haste juice that I was given by Awas.
Well, wait for
No.
the spill.
No, it's still active.
it's still active.
Rose got that gross.
You know, it reminds me of was it the movie Click, where he's fast forward through everything. There's one part where he fast forward through his sex, and it's like and done.
What?
Why?
The
did
movie
you
Click.
need to
Out the
tell
I've
me?
never seen
God
that.
damn it! Why did you?
Stop, stop.
Why did we go into a movie like this? God damn it!
Because
No.
Can we
it fast forwards through
Session
everything. Anyway, go on.
focus. Session
Riot,
focus.
Riot, get a grip.
I'm good. Go.
Anyway, continue, pass.
Your wrist is disturbed, but you don't feel tired at all. You feel like you could go at least a couple of more rounds, but you suddenly get a tinge like there is something important I should be doing.
Oh right, I got more people to tell that we shouldn't panic. So yeah, Eagle will, you know,
Did you sneak out?
well, I feel like it's rather rude to sneak out, but I assume that she's kind of got me wrapped up and I got nowhere to go without waking her up.
No, she's laying on the bed, on her side, away from you, actually. Like, as if she had rolled over onto her other side,
Right, okay.
wrapped in her furs.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I am going to, I'm going to get up, get dressed. I'm gonna put one of the shards of the magic crystals, one of the shards that are incapable of holding magic. I'm gonna put it like next to her on the cot, and give her a last stroke with the shoulder, and then I.
She shifts a little, but doesn't seem to wake up.
Okay, good. And then I exit the tent.
As you walk through, you see how everything seems to go a little bit slower than usual for you. Like, you can easily,
Watching
like...
the world in slow motion.
watch it like you see the world like in 3/4 time right now.
Yeah. So the world is in slow motion. You aren't.
Yeah. I'm experiencing the world in 75% speed.
Hmm.
All right. It was still. Yeah, it was daytime when I got
Yes.
here, right? Yeah. Okay.
It's still morning, so to speak.
So-
Yeah, or
so
it's
Azrak
rather
would be
close
there.
to midday actually, since you spent some time fooling around.
So Azrak is standing there, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
He
walk
just
up
looks
to
at you
him.
and gives you, a recognizing nod.
Well, that took a bit of time. I got more places to be, people to inform. So I'm gonna have to head out again for now. But be sure to let the boar tribe and the snapping turtle tribe know about the situation and that we are not under direct threat. So just to simply not engage.
I will send a couple of runners.
All right. Stay strong, brother.
Be strong.
And then he just and he's off again.
Sonic.
As you ran through the grasslands, through the savannah, into the woods, scaring all wildlife, and also most people who were walking on the road, as they barely even registered you're there, as you're just like whipping past them.
In a dust cloud.
And you arrive. Do you stop by the tree or do you continue?
I am going to at least inform Yggdra, since she's the one that initially figured out what was going on with Waylar. And I think Magena is still over here as well. So I gotta.
Oh yeah, she was unconscious.
Wanted to ask how she was doing health wise.
So you just sip into the Great Sister Tree.
Well, I'm not gonna race straight into it, but I'm gonna
Slams
stop.
into the trunk, rips out the entire core of the tree, and a scream can be heard throughout the entire valley.
Oh yes,
And
totally.
eager shaped hole
I
through
swear to
it.
God, I cast stone skin on myself. I burst straight through the trunk.
like the cartoon, it's just the outline of you.
Yeah. All right. No, I don't do that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop before the tree. Sheila would also still be there. Yeah. I'm gonna stop by the what was it called again? The offering bowl. I'm gonna stop by that point to see who's around.
Well, there's some acolytes cleaning up after a ritual, you can see.
Okay.
There is no priests by the offering bowl, and where our small shrine has been erected around.
All right. I'll just leave them be. I'll
They
walk up.
give you acknowledgement nod as you
Yeah.
walk past.
I give a nod. I walk up to the tree and place my hand upon the trunk.
Just as you
Yggdra.
do that, you see Yggdra's head like pop out of the trunk next to you, just like, yes.
How's Magena doing? Is she okay?
She's fine.
Okay, good. Well, I've got some.
She's awake and she's relaxing right now. I don't want her to strain herself. She did something very strenuous.
Oh, I understand. But please make sure that she gets her rest. Well, I got some good news, some relief. The situation with the skeletons to the east is not a direct concern. They don't intend to harm any of the living around here. They seem to only be after the skeleton graveyards spread throughout the valley. So as long as we do not attack first, they have no intention of bringing harm.
Maybe not in the beginning, but do you know how many burrows are in this valley?
Well, I'm personally only aware of two of them. but I can assume that there are more because the spirits informed me of
4
such.
mages. And 200 and something minor barrows and grave sites throughout the entire valley. And before you ask how I know, I can feel it through my roots.
Gets
And my
slightly wide eyes.
it also encompasses the land. To the west, there are plenty of barrows over there. Sadly, some of them seems to have been disturbed, I can feel. By whom I do not know.
That's concerning. I hope we'll be able to figure out what the issue is there. I'm gonna go inform the rest of my party and tribe. Anything you wish for me to say to Spears?
I wish he will soon come and visit me again. I miss him dearly.
Will do.
Thank you. See you around.
And Eager gives another nod and rushes off again. Whipping through the leaves, rustling them all around him.
Is Uthmar actually reacting on him going that fast?
Not really.
She could probably tell that there's some sort of magic effect on me.
Very likely.
So how much time did it take for me to get from the mountain lion tribe to here?
To the tree, 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
God damn.
Should be about an additional 10 minutes to get back home.
I was gonna say no, that'd be like
5
a minute or
minutes.
so.
Yeah, since we have actually got a road.
Yeah, and it's not that far. Yeah.
But it's more of a broad path than really a road, let's be honest
Yeah.
about that.
Well,
It's not.
We
it's
even
not
had the
like...
time to give Avis a turn too.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Hey, we're
She's
not.
already exhausted. I don't know about it, but
I don't
she's
know if I'm
already
awake.
exhausted.
I have no clue.
Oh yeah, you're still unconscious. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I rush towards the deer tribe.
I'm gonna roll something.
Concern.
Should I be worried?
Does something intercept you on the path?
Ah, yes. Ozurkal just kind of pops out of a bush.
Hey, buddy. He just opens his mouth and you just run straight in.
Yep.
No
And that's
time to
the
stop.
last time we ever saw Eager.
Really?
You died in the cutscene, bro.
Damn.
Damn. Let's see here. Shame. 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 Well, suddenly you feel something entangle with your feet as you're running. But because of your speed, you kind of rips out of it, but you do lose. Roll me a dex save really quick.
Dex save. Got it.
Do you
Any
face
any
plant?
sort of any sort of modification to it due to the fact that I'm going unnaturally fast?
With a saving throw?
Maybe.
If it's
I was gonna
haste, you
say
have
maybe
advantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was like.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Indeed.
that's what I was asking whether or not I have disadvantage because I need more. It takes less. I have less time to catch myself.
Less reaction time.
But
Yeah.
you also have
Mhm.
more. You also have better reflexes because of the haste effect.
Yeah, but
Not necessarily.
it's already hit
But
him.
if GM said the disadvantage, then it's just disadvantage.
It's
Mhm.
disadvantage. All right, and I mean I've got my luck points if I need to.
Man,
Oh, yeah, I definitely need
Yeah,
to.
you need to.
I spend a luck point to reroll that. It's not much better.
well, you can take the 17, right?
No.
Yeah, you can. That's how luck
No, he
works.
can't.
No. That's not how that works.
When you
That's
when you
literally
use
it.
luck, you can re-roll and then and then you pick
Yeah,
the
it's
highest
not
roll.
advantage. It's a reroll.
Yeah, and then you pick the highest roll out of the d20s. That's how lucky works.
Oh,
That is how
Not if
it always has
this-
worked.
is it though?
Yes, you choose which
Pass,
of the
would I be able-
d20s is used. That's what it
But
says.
Would I be able to use my inspiration in order to change that to the 17?
That's what Lucky
me
says.
just read up on the Lucky feat.
It would be kind of cheesy though, because technically speaking, yes, that both of those both the 17 and the 4 were rolled as d20s, but the disadvantage cancels out the 17.
17 still was rolled though. It doesn't just make it disappear.
In this case, it's he. From what I'm reading here, because I'm reading the full context, says here, when you make an attack roll, an ability check, or save throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll on this d20. You can choose to spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome has been determined, you choose which of the d20s to use for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. But it is meant as in the major die, so he can either choose the 4 or the 7 in this case, because they are the 2 major die that have been rolled.
What? I'm sorry, but that doesn't make no sense.
It does to
The
me.
17 has been rolled as well. That's
the
part of the
defa-
d20s that's been rolled here. The 17 would be an option.
Yeah, but but that would completely then negate the whole point.
Of disadvantage,
That-
yeah. That's
that
why
would
Lucky
negate
is.
the whole
That's why
point of
Lucky is the best
disadvantage.
feat in the game. That's why Lucky is so good.
I mean,
But
Pass
if
is the
Pass
one who gets
says
to
that
determine here.
he can
but-
choose between 7 and 4.
I mean, I'm perfectly willing to use a point of inspiration so that I have to choose between the 7 and the 17, and then I can choose the 17. I'm perfectly fine with doing that, but
That's not how it inspiration point works. That means you have another reroll.
Inspiration is advantage.
it cancels out the disadvantage. So
Yeah, but
basically-
that would still remove the lesser die. Then
So the 4.
yeah, that would remove the 4.
no, you misinterpreted this, because if you move a die from a disadvantage to a normal,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 17 was rolled
it's-
first.
let me speak out before cutting me off. In case of you are using it that way to remove a disadvantage, and after you have rolled, it would still be the major die, i.e. the lowest that would still be the major die that has been rolled.
The one that's being accepted.
Yes.
I'm just confused about this major die stuff because I've never heard of that.
Like this, then. Let me try and phrase it like this then. Can I now use the inspiration on the lucky die?
Or you could just get a third roll, so to speak.
Yeah,
No, I
that's what he
cannot
means. So
Yeah,
you'll get an
basically
advantage. So you get
advantage
another
on the
roll.
on the lucky
Yeah.
die.
Well, not necessarily on the lucky die. It is that you can use lucky. If that doesn't work, you still have your inspiration, which means you can roll a third die,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Mhm.
Yep. So
So
just roll
can I
again.
do that?
Yes, you
spend the
can.
inspiration.
You
All
can
right.
spend inspiration to roll a third die in this
All
case.
right.
I'm so confused about this ruling.
I swear to God, please make this a good one. There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Saved by the clutch.
Are you sure you're saved?
Well, it's
A
better
16
than
is
7.
definitely better than a 7.
Fair. You don't necessarily face one, but I still need a strength save, though.
Okay, that's fine. Strength save. Is this also at disadvantage or at normal?
At normal.
Okay.
As you're getting entangled by vines and vegetation.
Pretty good.
You do tumble and stumble a little bit, but you don't, hurt yourself.
Okay, can I take a look at what just tried to grab me?
As you look down to the leftovers of branches, vines, and something that grabbed onto your feet, an ankle, lower part of your legs, you suddenly hear something being pulled.
Being pulled.
Something being pulled.
Almost like a string being pulled.
Oh, like the string of a trap.
Or a bow. Who goes there? Creature.
I am Eager Brimstone of the Deer Tribe.
How can I know you're not lying?
Eager thinks for a moment before pulling out the totem staff.
I am their official envoy.
Hold your hands up. Stand up so I can see you. And don't do anything suddenly.
I comply.
You see someone starting walking out of the bushes. A woman. Or, yes, female form, yet covered in leaves.
Do they seem to have a similar countenance to Magena?
Yes. They do.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
I know who you are. And you can see she does not look happy at you at all.
Then why ask?
When I couldn't see you before because you were such a blur. And I thought you might be a danger to some of us.
There are more of you.
A few.
May I know why it is you're holding me at arrow point?
Why wouldn't I? You hurt our mother. After all.
Mother. Are you saying you are... Are you saying you are connected to Magena?
Don't you dare speak her name.
Let me tell you something here, lady. I've known her for about as long as she has existed. I think I can say that I know who I'm speaking of, and that I have a right to call her by her true name. I will admit that I have made some mistakes in my interactions with her, but that does not give you the right to disrespect my friendship with her.
Well, in a sense I should say thank you. But it doesn't mean I don't have the right to hate you for what you did to her.
I understand. I still, to this moment, severely regret my ignorance and how it has impacted her well-being. Try to think of how to fix it.
That is not for me to decide. That is something you need to figure out on your own. Now I'll let you go for now. But I swear by the gods and by the tree, if you hurt her again, I shall hunt you and your kin. As she starts walking backwards towards and like melts into the undergrowth of the forest, disappearing from you.
So apparently Spears is a grandpa now.
He's gonna love that.
Or it's possible that in the process of, Magena coming into existence, that several other trees have also gained sentience. We
I
don't
like
know
the
yet.
other one better. We can give Spears more shit. Let's go with that one.
And Avis is now an ant.
She have been fooling around with some guys. Just saying.
Anyway, this brief repose later, Eager rushes off again, keeping this closely in his mind. So a couple
Us,
minutes
you-
later, he just storms up next to the the fields.
So you're not gonna
Us-
ask the name of the girl you just talked with?
She's already
She
gone.
already left.
Pass. Do you want to run with it that Spirus is unconscious for the day since he used up so much energy yesterday? So he's just in a coma.
Yes.
That's an easy way to get him out of this session.
No, he finally stressed out. Like he
Oh, yeah.
blew the casket.
You-
He's gone.
You actually put him on the breaking point.
I need to do
Man.
something, as an excuse for him not being here. So yeah.
Well,
he
the other
finally
thing-
blew the
You
casket.
basically just
I mean, he
pick up
did-
everything and take a long nap.
He did cast a level 12 spell and blow out like all his magical powers, so he could just go with that. That's what I was running
He
on.
needs time to recover. Anyway, I show back up to the deer tribe.
Mm,
Taz, are you gonna change to the right on the map? Then
I was
Yes,
going to
yes.
say, depending on the time you get back, you may see me and Nala like along the river messing with stuff, which is the potion.
Well, you guys would still be making a couple of extra potions since this is the next day, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
We
you
made
would,
one to test, so
I
we
guess
could do a couple more.
I guess I just put Avis back in her tent.
You did.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's with
yeah.
Igor's family.
Just so I know where he is at while I did that.
Who is that?
Iger.
He's outside. He hasn't come in
outside.
yet.
He hasn't come into the encampment yet.
He's just shown
You
up like around
delivered
here.
Avis yesterday into her Iger's family's care, and then you kind of went off and did your own thing.
Well,
Yeah, basically
to bed.
went up out there in the tent I was
The guest tent.
handed, taking a nap, making my prayer, like always.
I just realized something that we forgot about.
Mm.
What?
It has been a full day, and Ilum is not back yet.
Yeah, he actually went back?
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. No one's mentioned that he went to the
Have
bear
you
tribe
seen
to
him?
me.
I hope they cooked him.
So
Well, only Avis and Spears know, along with Igor.
yeah,
Are you
And-
sure about that, Avis? Remember, you're as much anchored to him as he is to you. So if he dies, there might be precautions for you too.
Why the fuck would that be the case?
soulbound.
Magic is a bitch. That's why.
Bruh.
You're under the contract of a soul anchor.
Yeah. So Ego, you show back up.
You
should-
were like see Nala and Ryev doing some weird things, playing with balls and stumpers next to the river, where they sometimes pull up some fresh water, starts mixing something, stumps it around, stirs it, boils it maybe a little bit, and then sets it aside.
I usually just leave Riot to do whatever he wants.
hmm
He doesn't interact with me either way, so. Yeah, no, I just go. I go back in and try to find Spears. Then I arrive at his tent and see that he's just knocked out.
No, you don't see him in there.
He's not there.
He's not there.
Right? I go ask his neighbor.
Well, The young fellow next door. Well, I haven't seen him since yesterday, when his daughter perished.
What? What do you mean
It
perished?
Maybe he would mention that he was with me, so I maybe know some more. Just saying, Pat.
You hadn't heard. Avis and him went to the dream realm because she was gone. And as they brought her back, she was dying. And then something happened and she perished from that.
Eager just
I don't know
stands
all the
there.
details. I only know what I have heard.
Eager just stands there still for a moment, eyes wide, and then he speeds off towards his family tent to go find Avis.
And if it's your bondsmate, she was brought in yesterday unconscious too, so... don't know if that's by the ritual or anything. Again, I don't know much. I only hear the rumors and what the neighbors tell me, so to speak.
Also, you remember you saw the moon get reforged, so what you think of that is up to you.
Yeah, there was
Also, we
something.
have a fourth moon and it fricks with, well, everything, it seems.
I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck's going on.
No.
No. All right.
How
Well,
does Iger react though while he's know that his
in his
kind
mind
of
is just
wife is unconscious?
in his mind he's just like, what the fuck has been going on here?
I'm
How
gone
much has
for
happened
one
since I was
day.
gone?
What the fuck's going on?
You've only been away for like less than a day, I'd like to
Yeah.
point out.
I've been away for less than a day. How much has happened since I was gone?
Everyone's dead. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, he rushes off to his family tent to
Makes sense.
go see if Avis is okay.
You see Avis is still unconscious at this point in time.
Is my family there?
You see your mother's dabbing Avis with a piece of cloth that has been dipped in water. As you can see, that she seems to be burning with fever.
Mom, what is going on?
Shh,
What has happened since I was...
Be quiet. She needs the rest.
What has happened since I was gone? It wasn't even a day.
Well, I will tell you in a bit. Let me finish up cooling her down, and we can go out and talk. Okay? And then she does, the mush. Get out, hand gesture towards the entrance.
Oh my god, kicking out of the old tent.
It's not his tent. It's his mother's tent, if anything.
Yeah, let's not forget she's currently the head of my family because, I lost the three of my prominent family members, two of which were either in the position of being the elder.
She comes out a few moments later. She looks roughed up a little bit, like she doesn't seem like she has slept much or anything at that point. And
She
she looks
comes
at
out.
you.
I'm just standing there tapping my foot at 4 times the normal speed.
Yeah, like Sonic.
Okay, what's wrong with you? And you don't need to be that loud or that hasty. Like, what would have you done if you've woken her up? She needs the rest.
I know. I can see that there's something up with her, but I want to know why. And as far as me being a little bit hyper goes, I'm under the effect of a spell right now. I had to be quick, so I had to travel at a high speed. Anyway, what is going on? First I hear that she's unconscious, then I hear that Spirits' daughter is dead? What is happening?
Today is not a great day, son. From the few bits and pieces I've collected was that Magi was gone from the encampment. From what I've heard, and there was talk about she had been kidnapped. And Spirus and Avis went to see if they could rescue her, find out where she was. And doing their search, Spirus suddenly bursted into flame. But he managed to put him out before him self-immolating himself, so to speak. And not long after, they returned with Magi coming back into existence, but she was very weak when they got her back. And from what I heard, she was already dying when they found her. I don't know what happened, but there was a bright light and then she just ceased to be. If you've heard of the stories when a star stopped being. You know, that flash of light that washes over and then nothing. It was like that.
There was nothing left of her?
Nothing but the clothes she wore. And dust, from what I heard.
Well, someone must have looked her over before she died, right?
Right. The new priestess healer, he traveled with you.
Lena.
Yes. Apparently she did all she could, but she couldn't even do anything. And from what I heard from one of the acolytes said, she even went to pray to Erla to try and help out, but even she was powerless since it was not her domain.
Okay, I'm gonna go speak to her. She must know more. Also, I cannot find Spirits. He's not in his tent.
Yeah. I don't think you will be seeing him for quite a while.
What do you mean?
He just suddenly collapsed and he's being treated right now.
He was injured as well?
I'm not sure on the details on that one. I haven't been told anything. I just know that he is being treated by the healers after he collapsed.
I've got so many people to talk to. Okay. Please continue to keep an eye on Avis for me. And
I will. The healers have tried what they can, but they say that they can't do anything for her except to lessen the pain she's feeling.
all right. Once I know what else has been going on, I'm gonna come back, and if she's stable enough, I'm gonna give her a look over as well.
And Eager's gonna go find Lena.
Probably in the swine by now, making my morning after my morning prayer, taking some priestly duties, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Lena, you here?
Oh, Iger, you're back. Don't freak out. Avis did some weird ritual with the moon
What?
yesterday, so
That was
there's
her?
a new moon now. She is okay. She just need resting. I checked her over and led her to your family tent.
Well, she's running a fever now. I don't know
Yeah,
if she's
I
doing that well.
have promised your family to check her over if they need any help and bring in herbs and
Also,
stuff.
what is this
The babies are okay, so don't worry about that one.
Okay.
And I will gladly help to take care of Avis as much as I can.
Okay. I'm worried though.
And of
What is this?
course,
What
don't
is?
worry. I ask the gods of great wealth for her and your babies.
Speaking of which, what is this I hear about Maji dying?
That one, it probably better that we wait to Spirits is okay again, and I will rather let him tell what needs to be told because it's his domain. I will not drag in family of respect of him as a person. I hope you understand.
I mean, it's fine for now, but I mean, as far as my mom told me, he's going to be out for quite a while. Like,
He needs some
do you have
help.
time for that?
He needs some help, and we need to manage for what we have. He is not in his mental state or physical state for actually doing stuff right now, so I suggest we give him some rest and some break. He has been through a lot.
All right.
Imagine if you lost Avis or your daughter, your
Please don't
daughter
Don't
or
even
son
talk
or
about
what
it.
it's gonna be.
Don't even talk about it. It's been too many close calls already.
Yes, so I should just around Spirits, we maybe just give him some time to get well again.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I do have somewhat reassuring news. The situation with Walar seems to be not as bad as we
the
feared it
skeleton
was.
marching.
Yeah, it seems that as far as the keeper told me, that it's not of too much concern. He's he's pretty much a warmonger. He lives, well, he's not alive anymore, but he likes to fight. So he's excited to go up against the thralls of Azrakad. And as long as we don't show hostile intent to them, they should not. His troops should not strike at us first.
So just let them be.
Yeah, be cautious, but do not engage. Also, have you seen Ilum?
I have not seen him. I thought he was with you guys, because I haven't seen him since I left the tree.
No, Spears sent him out to warn the bear tribe.
I haven't seen him.
Oh boy, it's been like almost a day, and he's not back yet.
Maybe he took a break on.
I mean, considering the attitude he usually takes, that wouldn't surprise me much. But
If you want, I could ask guidance from the gods to see if his well-being.
I mean, seems pretty minor to ask the gods for help for, but I mean, if you're willing to do that, that's okay with me.
I can just put it in a prayer and see if my prayer is answered.
Right.
If you're
it's kind of
worried
important.
about Ilum's
He's kind of
well-being.
important to the safety of Avis, so yeah, of course I gotta worry about him too.
Yeah. What I have been having some talks with Ilum, I actually don't think he's that bad. I just think he's maybe misunderstood.
Well, he has his way of making people misunderstand. If that is even the case.
Maybe if we give him a chance and let some sunshine in his way, then there may be a chance for him to develop to a greater person or creature. What you're gonna call him?
I wish I could feel the same way, Lena, but unfortunately I'm not as optimistic as you are.
Don't worry. I can help. I will always help with time.
Right.
Remember, if you smile to the world, and some days will smile back.
All right.
And just let the sun shine on the path. She says with a smile.
Yeah, Igor's just doing his best to stay courteous, even though it's turning into a bit of a sermon.
Please let me know if you need anything for Ava's recovery.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a check over as well as soon as I'm now that I know what's been going on. I'm probably also gonna be praying quite a bit soon.
If her fever starts running too high, just send for me. I will give her a look over and see if I can put the fever down.
All right.
like I said, if there's trouble, just come to me. I will do anything in my power to help.
I think you should really focus on your own situation, Lena. You're not exactly in the best of states yourself.
What do you mean?
You're back.
My back is fine.
What do you mean you're fine?
Yeah, I just saw a woman called Magna, and she fixed it.
Gets a slight chill.
I see.
It hurt like the burning sun, but
Yeah, she tends to have that effect.
but I'm fine.
Looks around frantically, hoping she didn't hear that.
So don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'll just needed a little help so I can help the world again.
Right.
Make it a better place.
Hey, Bass, if you want, you can move on to someone else now. I feel like I've hogged the spotlight for quite a while.
Right. Deacon, my dear boy.
Yep.
You are busy hammering away. Only have stopped for a while just to eat and sleep a little bit since yesterday. And now you're back behind the forge hammering away. To help out with some of the orders that is hooked up, but also because you want to experiment a little bit with this new material you guys have made, this new alloy.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Uga wanted to try to, I guess, convert the tin and copper into bronzy to switch out the old spear tips and whatnot.
Or at least start making some new one because you don't have that much tin.
Yeah, I think what she wanted to focus on, if I remember correctly, she wanted to focus on converting the tools first.
Mm-hmm.
The tools first. All right.
So you can actually forge with bronze.
So that's like hammers, thongs, stuff of that nature. Like instead of the wooden thongs she has been forced to use this entire time, she wants some of metal now.
You mean tongs?
Yeah, thongs are something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, tongs, not thongs.
Tongs.
Yeah.
My
tongs.
bad. Bad.
You played that one yourself, man.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
don't-
English isn't my first language, I would like to point out.
And of course, you haven't got more than 4 hours than of sleep.
That too. That too.
No, it's unforgivable.
How dare you?
Anyway, who are you going to focus on
Alright.
next? Right, you was Deacon.
If they want to work on tools first, I guess smith tools.
Yes. Because if they have the smith tools made out of bronze, then it would be easier to work with. Bronze, at least. Maybe other materials that can be made. Since it is apparently a much more sturdier and harder material that's still bendable and all that, but it doesn't break after you bend it. Or loses its shape after some time.
All right. Ooh, I need.
Did you remember to add the +5?
Oh, +5.
So that's
33.
33. You make, a set so good it makes the set you're using right now seem like trash, to say the least.
Casually makes a masterwork bronze set.
Oh, time to make my set an apprentice set then.
It kinda is already, but who are there to tell?
Alright. On to the next one.
Right. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Um, I still needed to make a roll for the the bite and spear tip, didn't I?
The what?
The two
The
drop
Bidens he was creating last session.
Right. Yes, you still need to make a roll for that.
That one was made out of tene though, so are you gonna make it now out of bronze? Or
It can still be melted over, so to speak, and make a new one from scratch easily.
because the way that I was gonna try to design it was to have the crystal like in like a middle socket
Mm-hmm.
from last time. All right.
Well, instead of tene, which yes, it is a heavier metal, but it's also much more brittle because it's not as bendable. So there's a chance of it actually breaking after a certain amount of stress has been issued to it. As you figure out when you guys have been melting some tene to try and experiment with it, that yes, it is a heavier material and much more harder, but it's also not bendable. Like it's not has no flexibility to it. It's too stiff in its structure when it solidifies.
So would making it out of bronze make it better?
It would.
Just get a bit of leeway.
It would be much better because where in a pure copper weapon, after time will bend out of shape and potentially lose its edges because the material is much more soft.
This is kind of a middle ground.
This is the middle ground where it will retain its edge and still have the structural durability
integrity.
and integrity to not break suddenly because it has it's like the best of two worlds in a sense you have
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, they're balancing out each other's weaknesses.
Yes.
So it'd probably be better to start with the new material then. If we
Well,
still have some left over.
you can just like break it, put the former tip into the crucible to melt it, and then just like put some copper
Reuse
into reuse it.
Yeah.
Reforge.
Also, are you making a straight pour mold of the head, or are you forging the head?
I was thinking about just straight forging it.
Just hammering it out.
Yeah.
Like
Going based off of what I feel.
yeah, because you don't really have made a mold for like a Python.
Well, see, that's the thing. Now that he has a shape, he can create a mold for it.
That's true. But it would still be a very crude mold, which means that it would be a really big hunk of metal that he would then either need to shave off and then hammer out, or completely hammer out and then need to bend back in, hammer out, bend back in, hammer out, so to speak, to get the right shape
Yeah.
what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm. It's your choice.
All right. Yeah, we'll just try to do it right from the forging and try to
Beat
use
it
the
into
old
shape
material.
instead of cast it.
Yeah.
Sure. You may do me another roll, my good sir.
Yeah, so you can do it that way when you start mass producing them.
And it's
Mhm.
still with a plus.
Plus
Actually,
5.
Still with a +5, that's the 29.
no, because you actually do have access to.
Oh, right,
Hmm.
he now has bronze tools. Does that increase the bonus?
No, but it removes the level, the minimum level he needs to like. It lowers the difficulty level
Mm-hmm.
when he's smithing with higher quality items,
Ah, right.
because it's a much better material to actually be smithing with.
So instead of forging with more skill, it makes forging easier.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he still have the skill, like, but
Yeah,
it also.
he has
Yeah,
the
it makes
skills,
the
but
rolls
tools
easier.
makes it easier. Mm-hmm. So if it still has the +5, it would still be a 29.
Yeah, and that's always a way to go. You managed to make a button with a socket in between where you, I guess, after it has been cooled, you take and insert the gem into.
So you're adding this to the bottom of your spear. So it's got the spear on one end, and it's going to have this
No,
crystal at
it's
the other.
the crystals inset in between.
Yeah, and it's like you have 2 prongs and the opening in between. That's where the gem is sitting.
Okay, yeah, but where is it going to be on the spear? Is it on the end or
On
in
the
the
actual
start?
head.
It would be where the old spear tip would be. So it would be
Yeah, there you go.
removing the old one
Stronger.
and then
Oh, so you're making the spearhead out of the crystal?
No,
No.
it's a bison. You know, where a trident has 3 thong
Prongs.
prongs.
Yeah.
This one only has 2, and then in the middle, where the third would have been to make it a trident, he makes a socket where he can insert this gem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, he creates like a set of bronze strips that he can then place the gem in and hammer them closed around the gem.
Okay, I thought like the prongs were gonna be what's holding it, but you're actually using that as the weapon. Okay, I understand now. All good.
Well, the prongs would potentially give a little bit more stability if they were. This was just a crude drawing of it, so to
Yeah,
speak.
Mm-hmm. I can
Oh
imagine
yeah,
that
Pass. When you're
he's
done
fitting
with
the prong
Deacon,
width
I actually have
to the
something I
shape of the
wanted
gem.
to do.
Yes.
So you can just take Deacon done first, and then
Yeah.
I
Is
have
there
an
anything
idea.
else you want to do, Deacon, or do you just continue hammering away in the blacksmith shop?
I will just continue hammering.
You'll just be hammering out.
Yeah.
Then we will move
Try to
from your focus over to you, Lena.
Yeah, since I had this talk with Iger and got the knowledge of we're not in a hurry and we're not getting attacked like ASAP, I will. Do I have the knowledge to know which god could give me some knowledge is if Ilum would be okay? Basically. First of all.
You're actually not sure. Because he doesn't seem to serve any god. And he seems not to be well liked either by the gods, from the few interactions that has been.
But the god sees everything, so.
with a certain limit, they see everything in a sense.
Do we
They are
actually
not.
know which god who angered him to Avis? Do I know which god angered, made him anger to Avis? Avis, his anger kind of thing? Because she told.
You're speaking in broken sentences here. I am not making sense. Can any of you translate this?
Yes,
Because
what she's asking if she knows which god or goddess anchored fucking Ilum to Avis.
that would be Uthla.
Yeah, I know that off game. Do I know that in game?
You were there for the ritual when it happened.
It happened in the dream realm.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
hey,
You.
Avis told me that she was his anger.
And I
So
believe she also mentioned at the same time that it was her mother who had proceeded to do it as a lesson,
Mhm.
so to speak. Right?
Yeah.
so it would make sense for me to ask her about she could feel that about he would be okay in the world because he haven't returned.
I mean, no one has really been looking after him, so.
We was expecting him to, like we told him, go warn them and come back.
I mean, it took us 2 days to get to their tribe, and it's only been one. So, I mean, there's that as well.
Yeah, but he's not limited at walking.
He's flying. It's faster. So can I basically make kind of a prayer for her to ask her guidance to know that is he still safe on his travel?
As you're praying to Ufla, you get no direct response, so to speak.
I what?
You get no response as you're praying to Ufla.
And after that, I will pray to the goddess of knowledge because you know everything. Kind of.
Debatable.
I don't know everything. I know a lot. Stop misuse the conception of my knowledge. I'm not omnipotent. I am.
She's
You
asking
can imagine that
politely.
reaction actually coming through.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you're praying, and then that's the
Asking a
response you get.
all-knowing mother, you know. She's asking politely
You're asking
she
me if I
can
keep watch of everything? No, I don't.
if she can feel his presence in the world still.
It's not dead if that's what you're asking for. So yes, he should still be in the realm of the living.
Then I will not worry. He will come back at some point.
If he's not back already. Have you even looked for him? Before calling this number?
I was told he was sent. I just helping out with the worries.
Aha. So instead of looking for him where you are, you decided to waste time praying to me for answers.
I guess that people had been looking for him in the camp. But I'm sorry, Your Great Honor, to disturb you.
I'm trying to use my time to solve the problem with plagues and pestilence that seems to follow wherever humans go and come from. And that's not easy when every time mortals ask me for one or another thing.
I will not waste more of your time.
Thank you.
Bro, I would have just hung up by now.
And if you need some help, someone to guide the better life in the world, I will gladly do so. Basically, she's offering preaching for people to behave better.
I'm not sure it will have the wished effect since, you would need to preach to the entire world at once, and you can't do that yet.
She will grow that in that point of time.
I shall become the Crusader in the future. Yeah.
That's her goal now. And after this prayer, she will basically go look for him in the camp.
Roll me perception.
So don't like the fact that it's eerily silent.
Oh, why is that a problem?
Because everyone's dead.
How did you know?
So, what do I get out of an 18?
Why is it always my place theme song?
That's
That's
a
your
good one.
bird.
And your bird, I would like to point out.
I don't like that sound.
And your music is just way too good.
I'll take it as a compliment then.
So, pass. What do I get out of 18?
What do you mean I can't trade this for this? I am literally doing honest business here. How can you say that you don't want this for this, and so I can get that?
Ah, you baggy them.
What? Oh! Hi, Lina. Good to see you on your walking again.
How long have you been back?
What? Do you know how easy and how fast I can fly when I'm not bounded by, well, you featherless and wingless things?
That's why I'm asking.
I was back before sundown.
Same day?
Yes,
You did a great job.
I know I do a perfect job as
I was
always.
actually worried about you
Oh, there
getting
was
back
a close
safely.
call with 100 thinking me as an easy snack, but yeah, he won't be eating again.
What did you say?
Nothing.
But glad you back safe and sound. Iga has been asking about you, so
He is worried for me. My God, what happened? Did someone die or something like that? Because him worrying for me, that's like a
you're
possibility.
down to his wife. If
Oh.
something happened to you, something happened to her. Oh yeah, and if did you are you okay after what happened to her?
What are you talking about?
You did not hear what happened, the thing about her
Or be more specific, if you will, please.
Her being unconscious and stuff?
I haven't heard anything. I've been busy with my own things. Hey, and you, I still want to do this trade. So come on, I'll even put in a few extra nuggets for you if you are up for it. How does that sound?
We'll let you continue with your thing. And she go back to the tent she has been put to, and she will start to make because I know as a kind of a priest, she know a lot about mixing herbs and stuff, and she will make a tea who can help a person to feel strong if renewed, and she will make a big portion of it, and then she will go to the place where Deacon is and have a talk with Deacon. Should I roll for making the tea?
Nah, you don't need to.
You should roll to see if you can make Deacon blush.
Oh, I can just say what I'm gonna say to him, and he can decide if he gonna blush.
My God.
I'm basically going directly to Deacon. Hey, Deacon? It's
Yes.
kind of hot out here, and I made this tea for you so you stay strong and healthy.
Oh, thank you.
So, what you up to?
I'm just doing some work. Getting some of the material worked out to where we can start working towards transitioning from copper to bronzy.
Oh, you're making a new material.
It's not technically new, but it's new to the tribe.
What's it called?
Bronzy.
Fancy. So, how you doing?
For now, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing great since my back was healed.
That's good.
Actually,
Hasn't been.
I had some thoughts about something, Deacon.
What's on your mind?
You and I have known each other for quite some time now. And I feel that we have a pretty good friendship connection. So, I'm just
So-
gonna ask you straight out. Have you ever considered some point settle down? Maybe getting a family and stuff like that?
To be honest, it hasn't really came to mind. But it's also kind of hard to remember points ahead.
Yeah, at some point I will help you fix that wound. I just need the right material for it and some more knowledge for it. But I will make it my life mission to make your mind wealthy again.
We have time.
No trouble having your lost knowledge.
It still eludes me a bit, but I'm willing to be patient.
And if you're ever considered settle down, I'm free. Giving you a wink.
Aggressive.
You gotta think about it. No rush.
All right.
How is Deacon reacting on this right now?
Eyes wide.
Yeah, he's a little bit eyes wide and was not fully
Confused as fuck.
expecting this conversation.
He was just
Um,
half of his mind was still on his work, and then she said that, and he's like, "What?"
He just like smashes his thumb.
Basically
Fuck!
just dropped a bomb on him.
Uka like whacks him in the neck. Listen here, don't hammer while having an important conversation. Finish that and then get back to work. Damn it. Dung, dung, dung.
I'll get with you after I'm done with work.
Uka looks at you with a death glare. You finish that conversation, then you can get back to work so you're not distracted, okay?
All right. Puts his hammer down.
She's kicking you out.
Go frolic, then come back.
Can't help that my passion is smithing.
But she knows how. She can tell. She can tell that Lena feels some way about her.
She have been there.
Mm-hmm.
But who says there had also been rumors and whatnot going about the different party members? There might even have been some bets about who might, be shacking up.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know that. No, I wouldn't know none of that.
You wouldn't, but why would they tell one of the contestants about that?
Why do I
So
feel like?
Uka basically just kicked him out of the forge to talk with me.
Why do I feel like Ilum would be the ringleader of that betting ring?
Make your bets! Make your bets! Favorable choices for all shippings! See who fucks up next time in the relationship disaster wheel. Let's hear it!
I was gonna say my odds would
It's
be
just
really
Wheel
low.
of Fortune?
Yeah, the wheel of misfortune.
Yeah, my odds would be
Yeah.
really low. I fuck up all the time.
No, you have. You
But what's
just
gonna
have
happen?
only a few options of having success.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We both know that Nala is the power in that power couple that you are.
Yeah, she wears the pants.
That too.
Well, she's the one that drives it.
But what's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
Just asking.
Also, what is up with this music?
That's
Deacon's
Deacon's.
Oh,
Hmm?
really? I thought it was the Forge music that was Deacon's music.
No,
No, that's
Uka's.
Uka.
that's
Oh.
Ukantelo's Love in the Forge music. How dare you?